Welcome into Tippernaught Sports. It's week 4 of the NBA regular season. We're going to be looking back at some of the top performances from last week, looking ahead to some of the games on the radar for the upcoming week, and then we'll close out the show talking about standings for the first 10 games, or roughly first 10 games of the season. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go and join the team. Let's do this. Starting off with Monday, November 4th. Feels crazy that it's already November. But we're looking at Darius Garland against the Bucks. Cavs ended up winning this game 116-114. Darius Garland, 39 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists. I think he shot crazy from deep, if I remember correctly, in this game. Darius Garland, 7 of 11 on threes. His game is obviously way more than just three-pointers, but we're going to pull up, watch his 7 threes. Cavs will look great. We're going to talk later in the show, standings through the first 10 games roughly. Right now, I think the Cavs are 11-0, so we'll obviously talk about them. And also the other side of it, Bucks, not a great start for them, so they'll be in that section as well. I need to make it up to a Cavs game this year. I've never gone to a game in Cleveland. Playoff game? Dang, he had quite a few of those in the first half.
Does Garland have an answer? Yes, he does. Make sure you have someone
Fourth quarter now, midway through.
When he comes across half court. Darius Garland answers.
Smile on his face.
With 36 points.
Oh, this is a clutch bucket. Down by 1, less than a minute left.
Steps back for 3. Hey, nailed it.
That's awesome. All right, that was Darius Garland against the Bucks. Cavs win that game. What did I say? Cavs win at 116-114. Let's move on to Wednesday. There were no games on Tuesday because of Election Day. Wednesday, let's take a look at KD against the Heat. Suns end up winning this game 115-112. KD goes 32, 8, and 3. Let's take a glance at the old box score. Tyler Hero, he's been playing pretty good recently. He had 28 in that game. KD, it is wild, 32 points, but not the best plus minus. Best plus minus here was Booker plus 8, Nurkic plus 5. Nonetheless, we're still going to look at the Kevin Durant buckets, even if he did not have the best plus minus. Looks like he got quite a few buckets right at the rim in the paint. They have started the season off hot. Good move. The West is just so, from a competitive standpoint, it's just so tight in the West right now. Which for the Thunder, the Suns, and the Warriors, thank goodness for the hot starts, because you're going to need it over the course of the season, late in the season, if you're in the West. Nice. The pick and roll with Nurkic has been working really well. He's just a very large body. He's a threat, rolling to the rim. Plumlee, I love the pickup of Plumlee. Good pass, good cut. Good cut, good pass. At this point, Suns down 13 late in the third. They go on a run. 11-point game. Next highlight, what are we at? 10-point game. Chipping away. Still in the third quarter. Pull up. Forgot whose highlight tape we were watching. Thought Bam was about to throw that down. At this point, they got the lead. We jumped somewhere. Suns up 3. Late in the shot clock. 3, 2, 1. Unstoppable. 3-point game still. Heat keeping it tight. Probably had an open lane, but why go to the basket when you're automatic from mid-range?
Steps out on him.
Yep, recognized shorter defender, just shoots over him. That was a 2-point game at the time. Pushed it to 4. Love watching KD. All right, let's move on. Thunder Nuggets. This is also on Wednesday. Thunder Nuggets, Jokic. Jokic has been on a tear. Seems like he's always on a tear. This game, 23, 20, and 16. And we won't watch all this because we'll watch some of his, I believe it was on maybe Sunday. It was Sunday. It was at the time of recording this yesterday. But we'll watch a little bit of Jokic. And I actually want to watch, we'll watch some of his assists. Dang. Struggling with that. We won't watch all, I think, 16 of these. All right.
Now Jokic had a big game against Chet the first time around, but Chet had a good game also.
Pull defenders in, kick it out. Just making the right pass. And that last one, Russ probably could have spaced out to the right, his right a little bit. Good pass. Good drive by Russ.
They cover up Joe. He's a runoff. And Joe misses.
Transition. Good pass. Tomahawk. Brown has been awesome too. Picked him up on fantasy. He's been giving me about 30 a night. Same thing. Shea's doubling. I probably have to double, but he just kicks it out. That's a tough person to double off of, though. Good cut. We're good, like, filling in dunker spot. I said we weren't going to watch all these. I keep doing this. I'm like, we're not going to watch the whole thing. Double comes. Thought he was kicking it out for a 3. Gets it inside. Easy bucket. Chet in there. Hopefully Chet, well, he's not coming back soon, but sucks that he gets hurt. Nice cut. Telling you, I'm this Russ Jokic connection. There we go. There we go. Pass it out. Dort was there. Good contest, but good pass out looking for the 3. Oh, the Nuggets end up winning this game. They're down 16. Yes, they do. Down 11. Jokic in transition. Looking for the pass. Gives it to Russ. I see a pattern here. Find Russ cutting to the basket. Yeah, talk to him, Russ.
Trying to set up Porter here. Instead, it's the Strother. He pulls the trigger.
All right. Good pull. That point cut the lead to 3. We're late in the third. Not late. Pretty late. 5 minutes in the fourth now. Down by 2 at this point. Looking double. Yeah, there's a pattern here. Find Russ on the cutting to the basket. When they double, kick it out. I guess there's a double coming. I mean, this feels like when you're blitzing the quarterback in football and they're just making the right reads super quickly. They keep doubling. He keeps making the right reads. Oh, this game flipped completely. Nice. Okay, I'm glad we watched all those. Love watching the passes. We'll watch him again here in a little bit. Thursday, we've got Timberwolves, Bulls. Let's go over to Thursday. Timberwolves, Bulls. The Wolves end up winning this game 135-119. Here we are. Anthony Edwards, 33 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. I struggle with the assists. Edwards, 5 of 9 from 3, 13 of 23 from the field. Not very many free throws, only 2 of 2, which is surprising. Let's see, plus 15. Shoot, they had some great plus minuses here. Obviously, winning 135-119, you're going to have some good plus minus. Rudy Gobert, plus 23. Julius Randle, plus 21. Let's watch some of... Let's watch them. I feel like the Wolves have been a little quiet this year.
Extension last year that starts this year. Here's Edwards with space. Yeah, you got to come up and you got to show.
I'm glad he can shoot it from 3, but I love watching him inside mid-range footwork. So I'm hoping he doesn't just shoot 3s. I'm saying that while Steph is one of my favorite players.
In the early going, and 1 turnover
on 14 baskets.
Like that. Beautiful. Down 13, the Wolves are. Ooh. Ooh. Right. I did not make a short of this. I think I might have been busy that day. Might need to. Into the second half, 5 seconds left. That was a very, very long 5 seconds. His Euro is filthy.
That's a tough bucket.
Back to a 6-point Bulls lead.
Sorry, not trying to go right in front of the mic.
His jumper is sweet.
Up by 1, halfway through the fourth.
That's a big-time basket for Anthony Edwards. This is the largest lead of the game for the Timberwolves.
Up 4. Looks like this was probably next possession.
You saw that in his eyes. You saw it coming down the floor. He was just
Again,
walking into
he has a great shot, but I do love watching him get to the rim
26
and just show off the footwork. Up 8 late in the fourth.
to get there, but he's found his stroke here in the second half, and he scores again.
There was somebody last year, I think that was maybe the mic on the backboard, picking it up weird. There was some, I think it might have been Spurs or Rockets. Their backboard mic was not calibrated right. Dang. Wolves flip this game too. Up 14. Click out of this game. All right. Let's move on to Friday. We have a couple options that we could watch on Friday. So we got Cade Cunningham. Pistons win this game 122 to 121. Cunningham had a triple-double, 22, 11, and 13. Let's watch a couple of his buckets. He had 8. Let's watch a couple of maybe his late-game buckets. Let's watch his, we're going to start with in the fourth. So not too many here. Tough take. Pushes the lead to 8. Looks like next possession. So the Hawks, they close out this game really well. 9-point game. Looks like this might have been 3 straight possessions. Cade just taking over. Down by 1. It's a tough take. Nice. All right, that was a tough bucket. Take the lead. I think that was the final points scored in that game. Yep. Well, Hawks score 1. 122, 121. Cade Cunningham triple-double, 22, 11, and 13. Also on Friday, we're going to take a look at this. Don't know how much we'll watch, but Clippers, Kings. Norman Powell he's been stepping up to the plate and he's been hitting homers. Norman Powell, he puts up, we got 31 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists. He was plus 14. Only other person on the team with better plus-minus was Terrence Mann, plus 17. Let's take a look at some of Norman Powell's buckets.
Mike Brown has a
Maybe let's do second half buckets for Norman Powell. So we got 4 of them.
Talked about their three-point shooting prior to the game, Kyle. Obviously,
Snaking around.
Powell gets it off the glass.
Close game.
Goofy-footed there, one-footed.
5-point game. 3-point game into the third.
Here's Norman Powell trying to go to work. Tough move by Powell.
Just look at his hand.
Coffee, who just hit a 3. Rims out on that one. Chris Dunn, second chance opportunity for LA. Powell straight away.
He is a clean jumper.
That one hurts. Here come the Kings now. A 14-2 run. 4-point ball game. Powell looking to silence the crowd. Bullseye 3-ball by Norman Powell.
He's been going off. Keeping the Clippers are looking frisky. We'll talk about them at the end of the show when we talk through standings, but they've been frisky with Kawhi Leonard out. Did he shoot a bunch of free throws? No, he just hit five threes. I was thinking we didn't watch very many, but he had a lot of first half buckets. All right, let's move on to Sunday. Got a couple of games to look at here. So Sunday, last day of matchups, we're going to be looking through close game Rockets-Pistons. Shangoon 27-10-2. First game we're going to look at on Sunday is going to be the Warriors. Warriors take down the Thunder 127-116. A little misleading because the Thunder are dealing with some injuries. Chet, he went out of the game with an injury early in the first. I don't know if it was early in the first, but it was in the first quarter. So that changed the dynamic of that game, and they're just undersized right now. Jalen Williams, one of their centers, was also out. So not a true picture being painted, but nonetheless, we're going to take a look at Steph Curry, 36 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Wiggins plus 21, and Curry plus 21. Let's see, do we want to watch just his threes, or do we want to watch... No, we're going to watch all of them.
Some casual ball handing by Golden State. We've already got 3 turnovers.
And he is showing up on
This is bright.
And Curry able to...
I think he had quite a few of those just getting into the paint. I'm not going to say easy buckets, but buckets in the paint.
Defender from poking it away. Curry on the step back with Wallace defending.
Yeah, I think at this point, Chet's definitely out. You're not going to see a center on the floor for the Thunder.
between those two in the collision.
Curry, quick release.
I feel like he gets that kind of shot a lot where I swear it looks like he gets fouled. I don't know if it's just on the follow through or what's going on.
That's going to regress to the mean at some point. Wiggins, the offensive rebound. Curry on the cut, flies in.
Yep. I think foot was on the restricted circle. Good contest with Draymond, and great job getting the ball back out in transition pretty quickly. That one, not saying it's easy bucket, but he did a great job getting into the paint a lot. That's a quick trigger. Quick trigger.
They've been doing it together for 13 years. Making a play, committed turnover, taking a bad shot.
Gary Payton, Draymond, pass to a cutting Curry. Love to see it. Draymond's good for a couple of those a game, getting an easy bucket for somebody.
Curry trying to do his thing this time on the baseline, and he's never afraid.
Curry's mid-range. I love watching him shoot in the mid-range. I wonder what his mid-range field goal percentage is. Either this year, like past 5 years.
Again, Draymond to Curry, unleashes a three. Stephen Curry loses balance.
That's ridiculous.
Still buries it. J-Dub, hard closeout, trying to turn the corner.
Melton steal. This is night inbound. Wiggs back to Curry. Night. And he kind of hits the net. Love to see it. Let's check out. That was Steph Curry. Warriors win that game 127-116. Thunder went on a huge run in the third quarter. It was like a 30-point game, and they cut it down to, I think, at 1.6. So Warriors end up pushing back, but that was a close game. All right, so 2 more games that we can check out. We've got the Mavs Nuggets. We probably will check this out. Jokic, a ridiculous game. 37 points, 18 rebounds, 15 assists. Nuggets ended up winning this game late. It wasn't the Mavs catching up and falling short. It was just a very close game. Nuggets got a bucket. I think it was it was a Michael Porter Jr. floater that gave them the 2-point lead, but Jokic tied it with a bucket close. We're going to watch a little bit of this. And then the other game, we've got Celtics-Bucks that we might check out. And this would be Giannis and a loss. We'd be checking out Giannis. Tatum, not a bad game, though, 31-12. Giannis, 43-13. 5 assists as well. Let's watch. We're not going to watch all of Giannis. Let's watch a couple. And I mean it. We're only watching a couple. Dang. 18 buckets. Watch a dunk. Is this one good? Per chance? Okay. I'm just going to watch this dunks. He's way more than his dunks. We're trying to keep things rolling here.
Stevens Point, Wisconsin, alley-oop!
How did you get that? Let's watch that one more time.
I'm sure he's never heard that before. He can shoot it with the best of them.
Stevens Point, Wisconsin, alley-oop!
That's tough.
The floor is yours, Giannis!
Driving dunk.
As you can see, so you might need to hedge that, switch that.
He's got 11 points. Giannis, look what I found!
As you can
Like,
see,
how are we dunking this?
so you might need to hedge that, switch that.
He's got 11 points. Giannis, look what I found!
That's
Get
how.
out of his way!
Any more?
Giannis going right at Horford.
Last one.
To Giannis.
Cutting dunk.
On the left side, working with PC. Gives it right back to Giannis for the flush.
That's crazy to say that was a should have been a foul on that play.
Working with PC. Gives it right back to Giannis.
They're definitely.
Giannis. On the left side.
We talk all the time about jumping point A to point B. Derek White definitely.
Gives it right back to Giannis for the flush.
That should have been a foul. Anyways, let's look at the last game. The Nuggets taking on the Mavs. Jokic, huge game. Kyrie, also a huge game. Let's watch it before we watch Jokic. Let's watch a little bit.
Contact, ball flight.
Actually, he went 17 to 22. That's crazy.
21 points per game.
I mean, this shot chart, that's ridiculous. 77% from the field. He made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shots in a row, missed a shot, and then made 4 more in a row. Let's watch, you know what? We're going to watch his made buckets in a row. So however many I just said. Let's watch his X amount of straight buckets.
Jokic here early, and the Nuggets have their biggest lead of the evening so far, 10 points. Now Kyrie lets it go and hits.
Hand in the
6
face,
points, 10
doesn't matter.
assists. Last Nuggets
Mavs down
substitute
9
was Facu
late in first.
Campasso back in 2022. Now Kyrie, he'll make this in his sleep, and he does. 5 points, 4 rebounds.
Kyrie
in
is
13 minutes.
so much fun to watch.
Just over 4 minutes to go. Kyrie Irving again.
So shifty. I saw him when he was
Pass into the corner.
on the Nets. I saw him in Phoenix,
Kyrie
play in Phoenix against the Suns, and he looked like he was moving a different speed than everybody else.
Joker's got 12 now. Kyrie.
It's moving off the screen. Get that offense when you get into half court to move.
I don't know what number we're on.
Now Kyrie Irving
Going to
is
3.
wide open for 3. And that's Gafford pulls down the rebound. Luka, give it to Kyrie.
I wonder if an arena could make that the sound that happens when a corner 3. Someone makes a corner 3.
And he weaves it in easily.
I thought yesterday, what if in 2K you could upload your own arena sounds? Can you do that? If you can't already do that,
But you can't let a good ball handler.
then ignore me. But that'd be sweet. Upload custom in-arena
Nuggets
sounds.
Surround sound if you like. Here comes Kyrie, and Kyrie lays it
Tough.
in. Kyrie's hurting the Nuggets. Another offensive rebound, Kyrie, and Kyrie.
I don't know when this miss happens.
13, 2 of 4 threes. Nuggets have made 13 of 24 from beyond the arc. 2 of 4 threes.
It's a funny
Nuggets have
ball
made
fake.
13 of 24 from beyond the arc. Now Kyrie right back at you.
Is this a
Nikola
miss?
Jokic out of the game at the moment. Kyrie long distance,
Nope.
and Michael Malone.
I think I did click on the place where
Let's hope he's okay.
there should be a miss in here.
Kyrie, nope.
There we go. All right, we watched his straight buckets.
That's how you finish.
Let's check out Jokic and his winning performance, and a huge performance. Nikola Jokic, 37 points, 18 rebounds, 15 assists. Check out some of his
Olivier Max Prosper
Let's check out his
has come
second
into the
half
Dallas Mavericks.
buckets.
Najee Marshall, kind of a do-all kind of a guy acquired from New Orleans. Christian Brown on the run. Get to Jokic.
Pass.
That's the place to go.
That's tough doubling off of Jokic.
It's on Jokic trying to get there.
Jokic on.
I don't know how that is not a foul.
Don't know what's going on there.
Wow.
At this point, Denver down.
Now Murray gets it to Jokic. Jokic slow rolls it into the key and gets the members bounce. Now the Nuggets
It never
are set
looked,
with a
well,
2-point
not
game.
saying never. A lot of times it does not look
Jokic for 3.
graceful,
Good!
but it works.
Jokic Jokic with a steal. Got Christian Brown. Gonna light it in. Tip Jokic.
That's
Jokic put it
ridiculous.
up and
I don't know what you're supposed to do about that.
The Joker. Wheeling magic. Backing in on Gafford. Gafford's got 5 fouls. Porter back to Jokic. Jokic in the lane. Turning, twisting.
They're walking.
Backing in on Gafford. Gafford's got 5 fouls. Porter back to Jokic. Jokic in the lane. Turning, twisting. Porter back to Jokic. Jokic in the lane.
Yeah, there is definitely a walk
Porter back to Jokic.
after this.
Jokic in the lane. Turning, twisting.
Right? His left
And
foot.
he puts it in. 55 seconds remaining. Jokic in the lane. Put it up.
A little bit of slow-mo.
Tip it up.
He gets a lot of those little just tips in.
We're tied at
Tip-ins.
120.
All right, that was the time that Michael Porter Jr. wins the game on a floater. All right, that is going to be our top performances of last week. I'm sure we missed a lot of great performances, but can't look at them all. So let's lob it over and let's talk some games on the radar. Games on Monday. At the time I post this video, some point on Monday, these games honestly maybe have already started. Kings, Spurs, Wemby, Sabonis. Always like Wemby, seeing Wemby match up against some other bigs. But Tuesday, this is the first big game that I'm really looking forward to. We've got the Mavs Warriors. I think this is the first day of the Emirates Cup, NBA Cup. So excited about that, but really excited for Klay Thompson to be going back to Golden State, going to the Bay. I think they're going to give out captain's hats to honor Klay. So this is going to be an awesome homecoming for Klay Thompson. Really, really looking forward to that game. Also looking forward to Knicks 76ers. Who knows who's going to be playing, but Knicks 76ers is always a tough matchup. Looking forward to that. And just Hornets, I don't care who they're playing. I'm looking forward to the Hornets games. Eric Collins is on a legendary run, not just this year, body of work. Incredible calls on a nightly basis. On Wednesday, I'm looking forward to Grizzlies, Lakers, Ja Morant, LeBron, a little bit of beef in game going back and forth there. I think it's respectfully disrespectful beef. At least I like to think so. But I'm really looking forward to Grizzlies, Lakers. That's turned into what's the word I'm going for? A competitive rivalry over the past couple of years. On Thursday, one game, Mavs, Jazz. Sure, we're looking forward to it because it's the only game. Friday, we've got Grizzlies and Warriors. I think I'm just curious to watch the Grizzlies right now. Ja Morant is really bringing the electricity back to that team. And Yuki. Is his name Yuki? I think it is. Hopefully get to watch him play a little bit. But this will be a good matchup. Hopefully Warriors can stay hot 8-2 through 10 games. Again, we'll talk into the video about standings for the first 10, but this should be a good matchup. Two hot teams in the West right now. Also, we've got Timberwolves and Kings. This is another NBA Cup night. Kings coming out of West Group A. This should be a great matchup. Kings are, I think, frisky still, and the Wolves, they're searching for their identity, so this should be a good matchup. On Saturday, I had no games on Saturday. Again, not that these games won't be good, but just none that I'm particularly looking forward to. Maybe Spurs, Mavs. Always like watching Wemby. Always does some crazy stuff. Sunday, couple good games here. Suns, Wolves should be a great matchup. Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant. They'll go at it. Anthony Edwards probably going to go off for like 40 in that game just because he loves Kevin Durant so much. Hornets, Cavs. I've got that on there because Hornets, if they can beat the Cavs with the hot start they're having, Eric Collins will lose his absolute mind. And then I've got Mavs Thunder on there. Mavs not super hot right now, but Thunder, top of the West. Mavs, they have aspirations to be top of the West, so that should be a really good matchup. All right, those are some games on the radar. Let's lob it over and let's talk about, what are we talking about? Standings through the first 10 games of the season. Starting out with Eastern Conference, Cavaliers, red hot start. They're 11-0, 8-0 in conference play, 6-0 on the road, 6-0 at home, 5-0 on the road. It's a 11-game win streak. Electric start for them, on fire. Bucks, all the way down at the bottom, 2-8. I will say for the Bucks, had it written down here, the next 9 games the Bucks have, I'm going to stop scrolling the mouse around. The next 9 games for the Bucks, they've got Toronto, Detroit, and Charlotte. That could be a mini win. Not that I think Detroit and Charlotte both could be trending up, but those could be 3 very potential wins. Rockets, good team, potential win. Bulls, kind of same. Charlotte, Rockets, Bulls, all kind of same bucket. Rockets maybe a little bit more. Then they have the Pacers, Charlotte, Miami, and Washington. So not a grueling schedule coming up for the Bucks. My prediction is in the next 9 games they get some momentum going. They go 7-2, which would get them for the season to 9-10 record, which still, like, for them it's just going to be a climb to get to 500 and see where you can go from there. But Bucks have the next 9 games have some potential to get some momentum, string some wins together. Who else in here? We've got, I wrote down some just 1 or 2 word responses for some teams. Cleveland, on fire. Bucks, just talk about them. Pistons, maybe. They're trending up. I think they're going to be a play-in team. I'm standing on that. Maybe it falls apart, but I'm saying Pistons are going to be a playoff team. Play-in. And then the Hornets, frisky. Don't count out the Hornets. They've been electric. I want them to be good because Eric Collins, if the Hornets are good, we're going to get some more electric calls, meaningful games for the Hornets. In the West, so Western Conference, we've got 3 teams at 8-2. The Suns, Thunder, and Warriors. You got to win games when you can if you're those teams. I'm concerned. Well, not concerned. Thunder, they're lacking some bigs, and with Chet going down, that's a real concern coming up. The Suns and Warriors, both teams have been flirting with the play-in / 6th place the past, last year they were. So for those 2 teams, get the wins when you can, string together the wins. Then they both honestly have looked incredible through the first 10 games. Nuggets, what do I have for them? Jokic. He's been incredible so far. They're right in the mix, right where they want to be. Grizzlies 7-4. Ja Morant bringing them back, looking very competitive in the West. The Lakers, Anthony Davis looks like he's having an MVP type season. They're 6-4. Obvious 6-4. The margin there is not very wide between 6th and 1st, but they're in a good place early in the season if AD can stay healthy, and I think he might actually be out. Oof. Clippers, friskier than everybody thought they were going to be. Norman Powell has looked incredible. Without Kawhi Leonard, Clippers are 6-4. So if you're the Clippers, you got to feel good about that, especially since you don't have your draft pick. There's no incentive to tank this year. So Clippers 6-4, feeling great. Timberwolves, I think they are searching for an identity, trying to find their identity. I don't think they've been hot to start the season. 6-4, not a bad record, but I think they want to be in that top 3, top 5 in the West. Who we got down here? Kings, Rockets. See, this is the thing. Like, Dallas is a very good team, and they're 5-5. Like, the West is just so stacked. It is ridiculous. But Mavs, I think they could have a hot streak coming in just once they figure out the chemistry with Klay Thompson being in. Kyrie and Luka are just ridiculous. Anybody else? Pelicans, they're digging a hole early in the season. Hopefully at some point, it sucks that Zion keeps getting hurt, but because he's so much fun to watch, he can be so dominant, and obviously missing DeJounte Murray. But Pelicans digging a big hole. It's going to be tough in the West to climb your way out of that hole. And then anybody else? I think that's all I got in the West. That's a quick look at some of the standings for the first 10 games, roughly 10. I think the only teams that have not played 10 games, the Utah Jazz, 2-7. And then there was a team in the East. 76ers, and the Wizards have actually only played 8 games. Oh, Knicks and Heat, 9. So roughly 9 games. Not exactly, but right around 10 games. Those are the standings. All right, that's going to be a wrap on the video. If you stuck around till now, I appreciate you watching. Really excited for a good week of basketball. Hopefully there's some huge performances from people around the league, and we'll be talking about it this time next week. So I'll catch you in the next video. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, go and join the team. We're on the up and up. Catch you next week.